First! Ready? No hesitation! Yeah! Blaze Blue! Cross-tag battle! With you by my side, I have nothing to fear!
Yeah, let's do this!
Man, it feels good to be back! Yo, what's up guys, Memory here. It's time to wrap the Season 2 up with a crime history discussion. Who committed the worst crimes in BBTAG? Before we start, thank you everyone who supported my birthday upload and sent me birthday wishes. Even Christina V herself, the voice in the Well Vermilion, liked my animation. Blaze Blue on Reddit too. I always appreciate the kind words and support I receive for entertaining y'all for as long as I have. And what's more entertaining than dunking on criminals and watching their little fans white knight my comment section only to be destroyed by facts? Nothing. In this video, I'm not only going after the villains, but I'm also checking the heroes that think that crime is justified if it's for the greater good. Let me ask y'all a question. What is the worst crime a human being can commit? Pause the video and answer below what you think it is. Now, the worst crime a human being can commit.
Stupid son of a bitch!
What's the matter? I'm right here.
Will you just die?
Don't move! Enough!
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not Christian? Rule 6 doesn't apply to you? No problem.
This is bullshit!
You won't get a lawyer!
Committing murder is the worst crime in recorded human history. Doesn't matter how you do it or if you think your reason is justified. Taking a life will grant you only 3 things. A quarter of your life behind bars, a life of shame after your sentence, or worse, the death penalty. Many people turn a blind eye to accountability when they have admiration for said killer. People even go so far as to worship or relate to said murderers.
What? No way!
I am dead serious. A lot of people idolize criminals. Look up the cute murderer who gained a fan base on Instagram and tell me people don't simp for killers just because they're visually appealing. And here I thought the obsession of my stalkers was unhealthy.
Ew!
This takes mental illness to a whole new level. Now before I answer some questions, let's check the polls to see which one of the 4 characters I deduced committed the worst crimes in BBTAG.
I'm not turning my back to you.
No, let's not put this all on me. That's just unfair.
Yeah, no. You screwed this all up in the first place.
You can bicker with him later, Ragna.
Now before I go into the crimes of each criminal, I'm going to answer some questions Reddit had for me in regards to my tier list that helped me arrive to my conclusions. Does tossing someone in a TV count as murder?
Really?
I know, right? If you push someone onto a road and a car runs them over, who's responsible? You or the car owner? Why are there only violent crimes?
You can't be serious.
Read this shit and I dare you to ask me again why a game where you can either harm or kill, why I'm only covering violent crimes. Last Reddit question. I'm gonna lose brain cells answering this shit. Hey, I remember this guy. He's been on here a few times. Okay, he's got a bunch of questions for me. Let me see this. Why does Rachel count as a kid and not Hart? And who did Weiss, Ruby, Neo, and Yumi kill? Sure, Rachel, just like Lene and Platinum, are well over a century old, but what cop, judge, or jury would believe that? Excuse me, officer, that little girl over there just tried to kill that man with lightning.
Please don't waste my time.
Shit!
Oh, shit! No one would believe it. On the case of Weiss and Ruby, they killed a bunch of Faunus on the train from Mountain Glen. Ruby's plan, which our whole team had her support, got multiple people killed as a result, while being a criminal outlaw resisting arrest. And Neo, she killed the pilots on the ship in order to free Roman Torchwick, killed a bunch of Atlas workers so Watts could take over, killed Ruby's friend and tortured Ruby into killing herself. Then after Ruby came back, she killed this cat for taking over her body, then proceeded to kill herself. As for Yumi, she's a trained killer, a shinobi. Per stage in each Senran Kagura game, do you know how many bodies this girl has racked up along with her fellow shinobi buddies? Fellas, don't let the boobs and magical girl transformations fool you. Yumi, as well as her team, have thousands of bodies under the name of Gessen. Now that I answered Reddit's questions, got my 4 criminals, as well as receipts to deduce who committed the worst crimes in BBTAG, let's get started. In court, the best way to judge a criminal isn't by what their crimes were, but how long their sentences is. Since the world setting and creators of BlazBlue and Persona are from Japan, we'll go by their laws. Since Ruby's creator is from USA, Blake will go by our laws. There are 3 crimes these 4 criminals have in common that will help me measure their crimes individually. Treason, the action of an individual betraying their country or nation by attempting to kill or overthrow the government. Second-degree murder, the action of an individual killing another individual without intent. Lastly, first-degree murder, the action of a mentally unstable fuck snatching a life intentionally. The reason why the punishment for this one is so severe is because the killer at this point gave up on the system.
I didn't care who I attacked. Everyone pisses me off.
This line of thinking is why when the judge passes out sentences, they, as well as the law enforcement in the room, don't care for your tears of regret. Let's start naming the victims of these criminals, starting with Adachi. Victim number 1, Mayumi Yamano. Cause of death? Accidentally pushed into a TV and killed by shadows. Her body was left hanging between TV antennas. Victim number 2, Saki Konishi. Cause of death? Forcibly pushed into a TV and killed by shadows. Victim number 3, Mitsuo Kubo. Adachi is being charged with attempted homicide for intentionally throwing Kubo into the TV, which would have led to his death in the same manner as his previous victims. Now, Kubo wasn't your only attempt. You planned on killing the entire investigation team, as well as planned on letting the fog turn everyone into shadows. 1 count of second-degree and first-degree murder. 9 counts of attempted murder, treason, and worldwide slaughter? You murdered people for excitement because you blame society for your incompetence to excel and justify your actions by calling them gold diggers?
You fucking idiot! I can't believe you! What the fuck is the matter with you?
You're sick! You're a sick fuck!
Order. If you guys think he's bad, just wait until you hear about Blake. Victim number 1, Adam Torres. Cause of death? Impaled in the chest and back with 2 halves of Blake's weapon, Gamble Shroud. The body's whereabouts? Currently unknown. However, so her and her baby sister can serve a lighter sentence for their crimes, Yang, your lover and accomplice, confessed to the deed.
No way!
Come on, Blake, use your head. How do you think that Lieutenant Vermillion and Detective Shirogane found you in the first place? That's not the only thing she fessed up about. You're actually a terrorist. You affiliated with a group called the White Fang, a group known for killing, robbing, and cause widespread fear and destruction in order to conquer the human race. Then you left the White Fang just to become a terrorist again. You and your team committed treason and waged war against the government of Atlas by attacking officials, taking the citizens in custody without permission, resulting in casualties, and destroying an entire nation by removing the object that was keeping Atlas from crashing in the mantle. 31 counts of second-degree murder, treason, and nationwide destruction. Good luck convincing the jury that you're innocent in any of these charges. Now, Ragna.
What a pain in the ass.
Yup, I knew you would scoff like that. You own up to your crimes. Hell, you walk around in public with your wanted poster exposed like no one would actually try you. Unlike the last 2 criminals, you don't make excuses or run away from your problems. Someone stands in between you and a cauldron?
Move!
Thanks to Kagura Mutsuki for capturing Ragna, we have a detailed history of Ragna's crimes. In the 9th hierarchical city of Akitsu, Ragna attacked 2 NOL branches, killing over 2,000 people on his way to destroying a cauldron there. Look at this list. Arson, assault, straight up manslaughter just to destroy a cauldron? After all this, Ragna committed 1 last murder. Against a god. The victim's name? Yuuki Terumi.
I'll make you cry until you beg for your death.
You got a problem with that? Get over here and I'll put you to sleep.
Yo, order! Let's move on to the final criminal and his victims. Victim number 1, Tomonori, younger brother of Jubei. Cause of death? Impaled and savagely beaten. Victim number 2, Cypher Albar. He was a Sector 7 scientist who created an incomplete grimoire called the Burning Red. Cause of death? Impaled from behind through his chest. Victim number 3, Konoe Mercury, Jubei's wife and the creator of Ars Magus. Side note to the non-BlazBlue fans, if you ever play BBTAG and lose to Noelle, Jin, Platinum, Jubei, Hakumen, New 13, or even Hazama, recognize who created the weapon that defeated you. Now, onto her cause of death. Crushed skull and thrown into the boundary. Victim number 4, Trinity Glassfield, Konoe's best friend and close friend to Cosmo. The first body that Terumi was inside. Cause of death? Body thrown into the boundary and soul sealed into the maturity. Victim number 5, Celica A. Mercury, Konoe's sister, Jubei's sister-in-law, as well as Ragna, Jin, and Noelle's foster mother. Cause of death? Burned alive in a church. After all these victims, you would think he would be done by now, right? Nope. This murderous fuck? He's the founder of both the NOL and Sector 7. Being the founder of both the NOL and Sector 7, he created war between the library and the Ikaruga Federation as a front for experiments. Experiments on what, you may wonder? Prime field devices. The NOL and Sector 7 spent 6 years collecting an untold number of souls of everyone that died in the Ikaruga Civil War. And what was he going to use those souls for? To create a Kusanagi and awaken Izanami. That's why he killed Celica and kidnapped Saya in the first place, so that Saya could be Izanami's vessel. However, since the Well Vermilion is a clone of Saya, and Saya hates Terumi, she refused to fuse with Terumi to become a black beast. Even though that plan backfired, that didn't stop him from kidnapping her, killing every NOL guard in that branch, and offered their souls up just to smelt her into a god slayer. Then later on, opened up every cauldron in the world and killed God knows how many people to summon Amaterasu. Alright, let me see something. 23 hierarchical cities. 2 cauldrons in each one, that's 46. If Ragna's corpse count is over 2,000, that means each NOL branch had like 1,000 people guarding a cauldron. You killed over 92,000 people? A family, a scientist, and your homegirl just to kill a god?
That's right. You asshole!
Okay, I think I got everything that I need. Now for the evaluation and final verdict. Blake, Ragna, Hazama, and Adachi. They're all selfish murderers that committed crimes. Blake is a revolutionary who uses violence as a means to bring about change. Ragna is a criminal that uses vengeance as a reason to destroy any obstacle. Hazama, or rather Terumi, is a god that uses power to fill the world with despair. And Adachi? He's an ex-cop who uses incompetence as an excuse to murder for excitement. Now for my final verdict. Who is the worst villain in BBTAG?
What?
What you mean, what? Why are you confused, asshole? Since the beginning of your godhood and still to this day, your hate boner for Amaterasu is bigger than the Tower of Iwakido! All your crimes led you to your death, which you rightfully deserve. You died. You're not supposed to be here right now.
Yes, that's right.
And Ragna sacrificed himself to create a new world. He sacrificed himself. You shouldn't even exist.
Yeah.
And aren't you already in jail?
Yeah.
So the only criminal here that's currently alive and can actually be convicted of their crimes is...
And that's the moral of the story. Some niggas just need to go to jail. I might be in hell, but at least I ain't in jail, nigga.
Let's go.